Hey guys, I'm Dave and welcome to the Toy Gallery. Today we're going to make some wine bottle supported glass holder thingies. As usual, I'm late with my holiday gift ideas, but this is a quick and easy build, and if it's too late for the holidays, well, Valentine's Day is just around the corner. I'm making a batch of 9, but if you're making 1 or 2, it should only take an hour or so. Let's just jump in and see if we can pull this one off in time for the holidays. I'll spare you from watching me prep the materials. We'll jump in with several pieces milled down a half-inch thick. The next step, or maybe the first step, is to rip them down to width. The final width will be 3 inches, but I'm leaving them just a bit extra so I can clean the saw marks later. All these pieces came from my lumber rack, and I've chosen walnut, cherry, maple, white oak, zebra wood, and kiat. But you can use whatever you have on hand. To clean up the saw marks, I run several pieces through the planer at once, taking a light pass on both edges. Ganging the stock up like this provides enough stability to prevent the pieces from tipping in the process. Since these pieces came out of my scrap bin, I need to square one end of each piece, and I'll do that at the miter saw. With that done, I mark my final length of 12.5 inches on one piece, set a stop, and cut the opposite ends of all my parts. I laid out the center line on one piece, and 2 more lines, each 4¼ inches out from that line. I put a 3/4 inch Forstner bit in my drill press, and set my fence so the tip of the bit is centered on my stock, and add a stop so the bit is lined up with the outer lines. I drill a through hole in one end, flip the stock around, and drill a second matching hole. In hindsight, clamping my stock down to the table would minimize any blowout. It wasn't bad on some of the species, but it was more noticeable on others. I swapped out the first bit for a 35mm bit, reset my stop, and drilled this larger hole centered on the stock. An 1 3/8 bit would work as well, but I have this bit that I use for European hinges, and it's about the same size. Before I start sanding with some 100 grit paper, I transferred my outer layout lines to one edge and then sanded off any burrs from the drill bits. Since I was already sanding, I figured this would be a good time to get rid of all those planer marks. Next, we need to cut an opening for the outer holes where the wine glasses will sit. I set up the miter gauge on my table saw with a sacrificial fence and raised the blade high enough to cut into the outer holes, but not so high that it would hit the upper side of those holes. I added a stop on the sacrificial fence and made the first cut on both ends of each of the holders. That sacrificial fence prevents any blowouts as the blade passes through the back of the stock. After adjusting my stop, I came back and made the second pass. The goal is to have a 3/8 inch opening centered on the hole I drilled earlier, and I think I got pretty close. This should be wide enough for most glass stems to pass through. At least 3 glasses I tested. Time for more sanding, this time with some 120 grit paper. This removes any burrs from the table saw cuts and gets us closer to the final finish. I also sand the edges and the end grain. Just do your best to keep the sander square to the faces while removing any machining marks. To remove the sharp edges, I put an 1/8 inch roundover bit in my router table and set the height to get the full cut without going too deep. The fence is out of the way for now, and I'll start by rounding over the holes I drilled earlier. I'd like to ease the saw cut openings, but since they're 3/8 of an inch wide and the bearing on my bit is 1/2 inch in diameter, I'll skip that for now. And make sure to round over all the holes on both faces. With the fence brought forward so it's in line with the bearing, I can ease the straight edges of my stock. I run the end grain first, so if there's any tear out on the long grain, it'll be cleaned up on the next pass. All 4 edges on both faces are run at this setup. With that same setup and a support block, I can come back and ease the corners as well. By holding the material tight to the support block, it's supported as it goes by the bearing. This small roundover is subtle, but it eases all the sharp corners. At least the ones I can get to. The Forstner bit left smoother holes than I expected, but I still gave them a quick cleanup with a sanding drum on my drill press, which was apparently closer to my tripod than I thought. A bit of hand sanding eased the last of the edges that the router couldn't get to, and I removed any burrs or burn marks from the router. One last sanding with my random orbit sander, this time with 150 grit paper. I also hit the edges and roundovers to make sure that everything is nice and smooth. After wiping all the pieces down with a microfiber cloth, it was time for the finish. I'm using a hard wax oil because it's pretty durable. After mixing the two parts, I apply it with a white abrasive pad. The best part of oil finishes is watching the grain pop as it goes on. Once everything is coated, I let it sit for a few minutes and came back and wiped off the excess with a clean rag. The oil dries overnight, and while one coat is often enough, I think I'll add a second coat just for a bit more protection. I don't remember where I first saw this design, but it's a great gift for the winos, wine connoisseurs on your list. It's a quick and easy project, and you can make it from pretty much any scrap you have kicking around your shop. If you'd like to make one of these for yourself, I'll have a free set of plans on my website, and I'll add a link to that below. I'd also like to apologize to anyone who's tried to order some plans lately. Apparently my website's been acting up, but it's working fine now. I hope. Love to hear your thoughts on this video. Is something I could have done easier, smarter, safer? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear. As usual, I'll add some links to the tools and equipment I use in this build and some of the stuff I use in the shop on a regular basis. If you happen to need one of those things and purchase it through those links, it does help keep this channel going. If you enjoyed this video, maybe give us a thumbs up and share it with friends. If you haven't already, maybe it's time to hit that subscribe button and a little bell so you get notified each time I put out a new video. Not sure what's coming up next. I got a couple of things going, so we'll just have to wait and see. So until then, have a great day, stay safe, and have a happy holidays. We'll see you soon. Bye.